Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. And one of the things that we experience in our jobs and in our lives in general is increasing technology. And when you get older like me, sometimes you get frustrated with technology because just when you get familiar with it and think you know how to use it relatively well, you get an upgrade or a new model or whatever. And the classic example, of course, are cell phones. And some of you remember when we had the old bag phones that you put in your car, and then it moved into phones, and sometimes they were little with a little bit of antenna, and sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. They dropped calls all the time, and you'd get so frustrated with them, and the signal was weak, and the battery didn't hold a charge very long, and you just got aggravated with them, and you just eventually, sometimes when you'd be out and you really need to make a call, you just say, the heck with it. Oh, and then we got the flip phones. Weren't they just fine and dandy? Until finally the hinge on them broke and you couldn't use them anymore. Oh, and then they came out with these new phones that you slid them to reveal a keyboard. Only problem was when you got big fat thumbs, you can't even type. You make more mistakes than you get it right. These were just great. Oh, and then some genius came up with what? The Blackberry. Oh, so you could type on it better. Great. Where's Blackberry today? No longer with us. Great idea. So then they came up and they said, oh, well, he complained about having fat thumbs and not being able to use the keyboard. So let's come up with a larger model that slides and has a little bit bigger keyboard. And that really helped a lot. I only made, say, 50% errors. Pieces of junk? Where did they come up with this stuff? But you know what? I'm still using one today, and they keep getting better. And now I have one that has incredible memory, more than thousands of times more memory than the first computer I had when I first started this job. Great camera, ability to send pictures, receive pictures. You all know the game. It does amazing things. And a lot of you use it to send me photos of insects or problems or whatever, or of your grandkids or whatever it might be. They're just amazing devices, and I actually wish I knew how to use them better. But we're talking about technology here. And one of the things that, because I also work in row crop agriculture, and I see a lot of the amazing technology, and a lot of it is not yet transferred over into turf grass management. And I really think as turf grass managers, we ought to demand this. We ought to make sure that manufacturers and research and development companies understand not only do we have an interest in it, but there's a great need and a great market. Because there's amazing things you can do with drones, with satellite information, with remote sensing, with sensors in the soil, sensors in the air, you name it. There's a lot, and I don't think we've really scratched the surface as far as this application to turf grass management. It's certainly not my area of strength or expertise, but I really think we ought to push for it as an industry and get more research in it, get more development in it, and have tools that really help us so that we know exactly what's going on in the turf areas we manage, and we can do a much better job and make better decisions and be more cost effective at what we do. Hope that helps. Take good care. Get a good case for your phone, because you never know. You might hand it to me by mistake and I do something ridiculous with it. See you again soon. Bye-bye.